think you're going to be teaching today? Would you like to say hi to everyone? You want to say hello? Maybe give a high five to everyone. Say, you're doing great. Right? We're going into week 6. Say goodbye. Good girl. Hey you guys, I decided to take my intros into a different direction this week, as you saw. I decided I couldn't top that level of cringe, so I'm going to take a break week and go with pure cuteness. So that was a little visit from Molly, my Labradoodle, and also one of the big sources of joy over these past few weeks for me. So I hope that she brought you a little bit of joy as well. Before we jump into a little bit of housekeeping, some expectations for the week, I want to wish Xander a very happy birthday. Your birthday was on Sunday, and then Brock, your birthday is coming up on Thursday. I hope you guys either had or are going to have a great day. Make sure to celebrate yourselves and take the day off of your gratitude journals for sure. I also hope that this past Sunday that you had a good Mother's Day. Now I know that Mother's Day looks different for every family, and so I just want to read off something that I read this weekend that I thought was great. So sending big love for this past Mother's Day to those who've lost their mothers, mothers who've lost their children, single mothers, those without mothers, mothers who have adopted kids or kids who have been adopted, those without connections to their mothers, and mothers without connection to their kids, those with 2 mothers, those unable to have kids, all the mothers who are homeschooling right now, and mothers out there who are struggling, mothers out there who are thriving, kids who are struggling, and kids who are thriving. I know that Mother's Day looks a little bit different to everyone, and I hope that whatever your circumstances, that you took some time to reflect and to enjoy those around you and thank those mother figures in your lives. And with that, we are going to get into some housekeeping. So this past week, the passion project kind of evolved a little bit into a suggestion from Brady in grade 9. He put his passion project into a slide, and I was like, this might make the most sense for all of us to be able to create a slide, and then you can have your own individualized slide. I've shared it with all of you. If you are unable to access it, please let me know and I'll reshare. It's also been shared with the principals at the school who are interested in helping, and I want to give a big thank you to Mrs. Stuckless and Mrs. Stalker, who are also helping out with the passion project and assisting students that are getting that done. I've extended it to the end of this week so that we can continue to work on it, because I know some of you have been saying, like, I just didn't have the time. Could we have a bit more time for that? Absolutely. It says on the first slide, just to be sure that you are sticking to your own slide, you're not editing anyone else's. Regardless, I will be able to see the edits and change it back if that is the case. So let me know if by accident you have moved somebody's slide around and are concerned. I can bring it back to the original document. And also, it says on here on the second slide, the prompts that you could follow while you're filling out your slide. So what do you like most about high school? Or what do you like most about St. James? What are some of your favorite memories so far? What do you like about high school that you didn't get to do in elementary? Okay. And I have said, feel free to add any images that you have from this previous year for my grade 9s, or from the previous years for my grade 11s that are working on it. I'm seeing some great photos, and as long as they are appropriate, yeah, absolutely feel free to export ones from Snapchat and upload them to Google Drive. So your expectations for this week are your Google form, your D2L discussion gratitude share, your D2L discussion that is sharing of hope, and we'll get into that in a second, and then to write in your gratitude journal daily. You'll also see on your breakdown for this week that I included, and in your Google Forms, that I included a little piece about the Zoom call this week and what it's going to look like. So on Wednesday, we are going to be having something similar to what you'd see in college or university. It's going to be more of an office hours Zoom call. So I'll be on there and I'll send out, like always, 10 minutes before the call, I'll send out the ID, the link, and the password. However you get onto Zoom, I'll send that stuff out on email and on our D2L. And during that hour, I will be on Zoom to chat about any questions that you might have, to talk about any barriers that you are running into while you are working on your work, and also just to chat amongst you and your classmates. I would love to spend some time again sharing our lemons and our lemonade from the previous week. It's something that we do in our department staff meetings, and something that I think is so great to share as well with you guys. So your lemons are, again, things that you might be struggling with, and your lemonade are things that you've either struggled with and now are excelling at, or things that are bringing you joy, whether that's school related or otherwise. I think it's just a good time to reconnect with your classmates, and I like to see you too. So expectation 1 is your Google form. Just like every week, the link is both on the D2L and on the suggested classwork breakdown. Make sure that that is handed in on or filled out on either the Monday or the Tuesday of every week. For next week, because it's another 4-day week with a long weekend, it'll be Tuesday or Wednesday. But it's really important that it's those first 2 days, because you will get, and some of you have, an email partway through the week from me if you haven't filled that out, just because I need to check in and make sure that you're doing all right and see if there's any way that I can help you and help get that feedback from the week previous, so I know how you're doing. Your second expectation of the week is your gratitude share. So just like every week, you're going to start a brand new thread. The thread would be reflecting on one of your gratitude shares from last week, so May 4th to May 8th. So you're going to repost one of those entries that you've done. You're going to read some of your group mates' entries and reply to them. I said it last week, I'll say it again. You guys are doing a great job with this, and I could not be more pleased with you guys. It's just great. It's awesome to see. Your third expectation is to, in the week 6 discussions, you'll see the post. It's called A Renewal of Hope. Now, we just finished Music in a Time of COVID assignments, so I'll be marking those this week. And I would like for this week to kind of be a week that the assignment is a little bit smaller, so it's not going to take multiple weeks to finish. So this discussion, the Renewal of Hope discussion, is going to be open from Monday to Friday. And if you need to hand it in afterwards, just let me know and you can email me if you're having a tough time hitting that timeline. So the first thing when you look in the discussion is you're going to see a little blurb that I've written about the video that I'd like you to watch. Once you've watched the video, you are going to, with the idea of last week being Catholic Education Week and the theme being hope, you're going to go out and do some sort of form of physical activity this week. So whether that means that you like to walk or you like to run, if you like to longboard or you like to rollerblade, if you like to saunter or trot, I don't know, whatever is your jam. You're gonna go out and do some sort of physical activity. And while you're on your jaunt around the neighborhood, you are going to take a photo of something that you see when you're out that gives you hope. Now, I had my grade 11s do this last week, and some examples that they had were some people got up early so that they could see the sunrise. Some people saw rocks around their neighborhood that have been painted. Some people saw birthday signs that were up. Some people saw animals while they were out. So you're going to take a picture of something that you see while you're out. You are then going to post that photo into your discussion. So just like when you start a gratitude share, you're going to go into the Renewal of Hope discussion. You're going to start a new thread and you're going to post your photo there. If you're having troubles posting your photo, just email it to me and I will post it into your discussion. But once you've gotten a photo and see whether you can post it or not, or whether you need to email it to me, you're going to answer what kind of outdoor physical activity you did. So did you bike, did you walk, did you run? And then you're going to explain why this photo gives you hope. So what about that photo actually made you feel hopeful? And then the last part of that discussion is just like your gratitude shares, you're going to respond to classmates' posts, but you're only going to respond to 2. So in your gratitude share, you respond to everybody that's in your group. For your hope discussion, you're only going to reply to 2 people because the whole class is going to be in there, okay? Your final expectation, as per usual, is to continue to write daily in your gratitude journal. Now I will be going through again this week and putting in some comments and some feedback in your journals to give you some things, some constructive criticism or some things for you to work on. And if you have any questions about that or you're falling behind, I'll reach out to you if I see that you're falling behind. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And that this week is all. So I will be chatting with you, whether it's on gratitude shares or in our Zoom call this week. I look forward to hopefully seeing you there. If not, if you can't make it, but you want to and you want to hear how it goes, you can feel free to message me and I'll send you a summary afterwards of some frequently asked questions. So reach out if you need it. If not, have a fantastic week. Is everybody on a roll right now? Is everybody on a roll? Down. Show them how easy it is. Good girl. Look at you. Yes. So you got this, right? Sit. You got this. High fives all around. Very cute. You are so cute.